feel lonely. That's the biggest sign of loneliness.
Youngers, Gen Z especially, right? So what they do, they just take every selfie, everything, whatever they do, and put on Snapchat, on Insta story. They feel very cool. Wow, cool.
A real conversation, but now that real conversation switched to Instagram and maybe social media.
Social media is just working as a source of information or inspiration. Then what's wrong?
Social media, you can compare it like sugar. Sugar is required in your life. Of course, it's very important.
After I use my phone, I feel kind of guilt. Why I use this much my screen on my phone? So I feel a guilt. Social media is a trap or a dark room where you go and there is no switch to light the bulb.
And if it is happening in everything, that you're losing interest. So that's a medical term called anhedonia.
Have you explored London?
Yeah, of course.
What was the price of a burger? I want to know. Here I would like to start, ladies and gentlemen, with punchlines that गजब का है आपका रूप, गजब का है आपका स्टाइल, और आपको पढ़ाई लिखाई आती नहीं पर हाथों में है मोबाइल. Here, what do I mean by mobile? Because I think everybody here wants to be on social media platform, not as an influencer, but as an user, and also they want to swipe reels and a lot more. Ladies and gentlemen, if I talk about, so there are 5.4 billion active users on social media. 64.9% of the world's population use social medias and internet, right? And today, trust me, I have got a very good psychologist who is in the house today. She is gonna resolve my all problems and complications. Because once I was sitting over there and I was swiping my phone, and then somebody told me, "Hey, stop it." I said, "Why to stop it?" And he said that, "No, I will make you meet a lady who will counsel you and who will consult you." And that lady is none other than Monica ma'am. Today we have a great lady and a very beautiful, charming, and very impactful lady who is going to address the social media stress and anxiety. She has been graduated from India and post-graduated from UK. And she is, I think, now serving to multi industries, corporates, right? Thank you very much. First of all, I welcome you cordially in this great podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
How do you feel today?
Yeah, amazing.
You feel amazing? Very good. So first, I want to ask you a very personal question: that how much time do you use phone?
A lot actually, as it's a problem, but I'm trying to.
Doctor is the patient.
No, not really, but I know where to stop it and where to control it in a way that how it's impacting me and like to anyone who is on social media and scrolling, and even the time, that what time of the day you can use it. And yeah, I think that's really important.
So here you're highlighting that you have to control it. You have to manage it.
Yeah.
But the biggest issue with the users is that they don't know how to manage it. In case I go to Instagram to ping hi to Monica ma'am. Hello Monica ma'am, how are you? I go there and I put hi, and then I go to the reels. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I keep on moving.
Yeah.
And somehow after using for a long span of time, I feel stuck. And I even cannot step out of myself, right? So what do you think about on this point?
I feel it's a very common problem which I face, and I think have to answer on day-to-day basis these days. Like when I counseling, like specifically the youth of today, they just come like, you know what? I don't. I know that I'm not doing anything productive on social media, Manika, but I can't even like. I also know that I can live without it. So the why so? Like what's important? Like are you always on the chat on Instagram and maybe like on Facebook? I think no, we are just like always like scrolling the reels and watching new content. And maybe like if something comes up in my head, oh, I need to improve my physical health and mental health, I just go and keep on searching, and then you then you feel that hours just went by. It's very common. So actually the main problem what I saw, that you start your day with Instagram. Of course, we do see the notification that messages, maybe WhatsApp, that's non-negotiable these days because you have to plan your day. I understand. But does Instagram, that can be limited, right? But still, we start and we'll be in bed for half an hour and just scrolling Instagram and like start watching reels, and maybe now it's a thing that everybody is circulating the reels and all those things, and you're just watching, and then Instagram is also feeding you with the lot of reels, and same with the other platforms as well, and maybe Snapchat, you have to just put a picture. I don't understand that. I haven't used Snapchat in my life.
Right. Being a girl, you have never used, right?
No.
That's an amazing, I think. Okay.
So I never installed it though.
Okay.
TikTok and Snapchat are two things I never used in my life. So I less relate to this, but these days I'm hearing a lot about this, that Snapchat streak they say. So I asked that what's Snapchat streak? That you have to keep on sending one type of contact to some like one of my friend likes. You can say that we are interested in cricket. So I'll send like content related to cricket to you only.
Okay.
Maybe food to my other friend. That's a streak. That's our streak is going on.
Okay.
So what they do that, oh, you like I woke up. You have to inform each and everyone, at least in your close group. Is this really required?
That's not
But people do it. You are just so used to it, and maybe you just feel lonely. That's the biggest sign of loneliness these days, that you have to inform, and that's a confirmation, and maybe confirmation from the other side that someone who have saw your video, snap and whatever like medium you're using it, that you're being acknowledged. Earlier, what we used to do when we were a kid, we used to go out of our room and maybe like talk to our parents, and they just tell you that you have to do this, and maybe we'll go swimming and something like that. Like our real conversation. But now that real conversation switched to Instagram and maybe social media. The people, even your mom and your dad, is not aware if you're living with your family. They are not aware with the that you woke up or not.
That's fact.
Yeah. But half of the people outside your zone and your house knows that you woke up and you're just chatting
And using the phone, right?
from last one.
So you want to say that, like if we are eating burger, pizza, having Coke, capturing it and putting it on a Snapchat, that's bad.
It's not bad. It's okay to fun. Like might be like I'm on a vacation, so you can like you're putting photos in a way of snap. It's same. You're taking a picture, you're sending on WhatsApp, and if you're taking a snap, it's the same thing. But is this really relevant to in one of my counseling session like that? Because what you really send, like what you have, like when you woke up, what you have to share with the other people. Just like like I'll just go in my balcony, and maybe like if you have a good view from your room and maybe your desk that your day started, and if you really woke up early and you have an exam, you're studying, so you'll be putting, oh, I'm being like up throughout the night and something like that, and oh, good morning. This type of, is this really required? That's a limitation. See, I'll say social media, you can compare it like sugar. Sugar is required in your life. Of course, it's very important. But if you're having it like having waffle and sweets every day, you'll end up having a diabetes. But still, you control it, right?
Right.
It's so tasty.
But I do that. I eat so many.
But still, you're scared to do it, right? Whenever you overdo, you'll be in guilt. But why you're not have that guilt with social media?
Right.
It's not nothing bad to use it. It's a digital area. It's no digital era. It's non-negotiable these days.
So how to recognize and how to come to exact point that these social media platforms are actually giving me anxiety, or these are giving me stress? Because if I am using, like I talk about the young girls, Gen Z especially, right? So what they do, they just take every selfie, everything, whatever they do, and put on Snapchat, on Insta story. They feel very cool. Wow, cool, right? So this cool feeling, and why is it a fool feeling?
I'll not label it. I'm not a person who label things. There's nothing wrong until and unless it's not giving you anxiety, it's not giving you stress. But if you see the cases, and if you see and if you have a one-on-one conversation with people, and it does have an impact on your mental health, it does.
Right.
Because there is a term in psychology which is called comparison trap.
Okay, comparison
Yeah.
trap.
If I'm at home, I'm not having a productive day. I'm just like on my bed. I'm just scrolling social media, and just like seeing that other person is in Maldives and Dubai and all, and that, then I'll be in that like what I'm doing with my life. And if you're getting that feeling, and then that feeling is I think consistent, and which is very common with the people, that they're always in that comparison trap. Oh, okay, no matter what good they're doing in their life, they're always like, this is missing, you're not giving us this. Like maybe going to their parents and complaining, telling that everybody is going on a summer vacation while we are not going. It might be your financial constraint, might be you have other commitments in life,
Right.
anything. But this blur line between social media and a real life, you end up forgetting that everybody has a different life, and people don't have that understanding at this point of time, uh, that others life, what they're showcasing on the social media, is just the highlight of their best moment.
So there can be also one context as well. If they're watching something on social media, for example, they're watching or they're listening to Arjit Singh, so he's singing. So somewhere he also feels like, oh, through social media platforms, I can also be next Arjit Singh, or I can be Diljit Dosanjh, or I can be also, Angelina Jolie or Selena Gomez. So what I'm trying to say, if social media is just working as a source of information or inspiration, then what's wrong?
I agree with you. It's like it's helping you. That's how we started our podcast also. That you can't stop it, and you don't need to stop it. But you need to understand what type of content you are engaging with. If like I also like follow so many psychologists spreading the awareness on the social media, mental health, and also learning new therapies coming on. It's not always that, of course. Also, I also consume that content on celebrities and all, but that's for fun. But majority is like how they are building their platforms, and that is okay. You also needed, like, you also see people who are impacting by the social media and going into depression and anxiety, as we're also seeing the youth who have just built their platforms and wonderful like influencers these days, and earning a lot, what a person in a desktop can't, and can't even imagine.
As we are
That
going
level.
to earn through this podcast, right?
Yeah, but what's the difference between two? What's the difference between two? The one who is very clear that they need to use it in their favor to build a career out of social media. The other one just scrolling without any purpose and wasting the like productive hours of their day, and then getting into anxiety, and at the end of the day they need to visit us therapist and need to tell all this
So
to.
your business will increase, let them use, right? Let them be the patients or anxious, right? Monica, psychologist and counselor. And people will come to you and your business will be like highlighted.
But actually, there's a thing, I don't need to, like, we don't need, like, as therapists to increase the business from this. We already have people around us who are actually suffering through the.
I made an announcement, right? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Monica is saying that use social media, right? And visit her after you become anxious. I have promoted you.
No, 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 no. I don't need a, like, but you can say that any publicity is publicity,
Publicity,
so
right?
I can take it.
Even meme also. Memes are the publicity you believe.
It is, but people forget that it is impacting someone who is the, like, content in that meme.
Right.
So that you can say that negative thought process, negative comments, even you can see so many influencers coming out on social media and saying and telling their stories, that how negative impact impacting their lives, and how much they are going towards
So
depression.
let me ask you a personal question. Like, has it ever happened with you that through social media you have been so much emphasized or so much motivated or inspired, and you said to your father and mother that I want to do this or I have to do this at any cost. कुछ ऐसा हुआ कि सोशल मीडिया पे देख के आई हो यही तो करना है.
See, I will not say that I'm influenced by it, but I'll say that most of the things I'm getting and understanding about mental health these days, because it is changing. You're just putting labels to every generation, and to understand them, you have to be on social media and you have to understand. If I'll be sitting in a therapist chair and I'll be just like start judging them as their parents, like because they have a generation gap. So you have to keep yourself updated. In that way, I have used social media, of course, and that's really helpful to keep on like very engage yourself and be up to date with the new content.
So let me be a
going on.
patient today, right?
Yeah.
So you are my doctor and I'm your patient. Doctor, psychologist, actually what I am facing these days, I face headache. And what I do after my dinner, I use my phone, swiping the phone, watching movie or watching reels and chatting, and I sleep.
Hmm.
Then I don't understand, when I wake up early in the morning, my body is quite strained and very, very actually frisked. So let me know that what is happening with me.
So can you just help me with few questions like, yeah, first, like what's your screen time?
My screen time is 4.5 hours.
Okay, and do you have a thinking like overthink about the things that, oh, what you have consumed in the content and
Yes,
like
I
anything, and maybe a little comparison
do.
with
Or social media as well, I don't compare, but yeah, sometimes I feel like, oh, why not? I have achieved it. That is the thing. And after I use my phone, I feel kind of guilt. Why I use this much my screen on my phone? So I feel a guilt.
Is this a pattern for quite long?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So let's try a few things for a week. Let's stop using your like social media apps specifically. No, like WhatsApp, because that's for connectivity also. But like for some time, like stop using in morning and like before going to sleep. Not do this as the first thing in the morning, and don't like before like going to bed, and try to give yourself time to think. And you can do like you browse things, and if something specific you really want to do, you can like of course use social media, and stop this comparison pattern. If you have someone in your, specifically a friend, you are comparing yourself, because we know maybe a cousin who is doing better than you and something. So stop these few things and then try, and then we'll have a conversation. And rest if you really want to have. And do you feel that is this specifically because of phone and
And I do believe such, because after I use my phone, I really feel stressed out. I really feel anxious actually. So I think that phone may be the reason.
yeah. So yeah, of course, this is a reason, because we are in digital era, because we are more with our phones these days than the human beings.
So after a week, I come by.
Yeah,
I come
because
again.
at least try, but diligently try a few things to avoid this, and then you let me know that how you feel.
I have tried one week. Now I have come again to your
Yeah.
counseling.
So how you are feeling today?
Yeah, I feel little better, but the problem is that I have skipped or I have quit my habit of using my phone at morning.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
morning. But at night, I'm not able to quit it, because at night, what I feel like there is no one, right? So who is my partner? And my phone is my partner.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I use phone at night, because I'm at morning, I'm very energetic. I need to rush to my office and all. At night, there is no one.
Yeah.
So
So does it really make a little change in your like your thinking and it?
it has.
Okay.
Right. My eyes were itchy earlier, and now it's fatal fine.
But the problem is still there, because like I think late in the night you're still browsing the phone, and you have to rush for the office in the morning,
Yes.
and you have to work throughout the day.
So how can I replace it? What can I do at night particularly?
See, you can if you have like any habits, you can just get back to once you used to read books, and like something specific you really want to like works best. What I do for myself, like I do 10,000 steps a day. That's how I'll end up having a good sleep. That really works. You can try that. These type of few things, you know what, you don't need to quit social media. That's not what I'm saying. you need to limit, you need to actually change your habits. Like now you're free, you lie down on your bed just after your dinner. That's not healthy also, right?
Right.
But you can sit. If you're living on your own, you can do that, right? But in some days you'll have a little quality 10-15 minutes, maybe sit with your family.
I'm giving you 4 options. Choose one.
Yeah, sure.
I'm giving you Facebook, I'm giving you Instagram, I'm giving you WhatsApp and LinkedIn. Choose one.
Instagram, I think.
I think you are also a social media user.
Yeah, I am. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram.
And why have you chosen Instagram?
Because I have a page on Instagram and I have to put my content on mental health every day. That's something because mostly in the days I'm working, I don't have time. I'll having different things and a schedule.
Where do you get your clients from more? From Instagram more or from LinkedIn more?
I think for me, it comes majorly from Instagram because my expertise in youth mental health. So that's a platform that works by me. So again, what we are discussing, we are back to that. You should use Instagram. You can't quit it, but you should be like very vigilant what you're using it for. I'm not using it for like 2 hours. I don't have that much time in my hand because I have to create a post. I have to put it in a specific like manner to put it like a coloring of my pages more into lavender and all that.
Right.
Very lively colors. Also need to think. So 2 hours of my time is just goes to put that post. Maybe like carousel and everything you need to put and use AI also. So my major time goes in that. So I don't have a like extra time to scroll.
Don't you feel impulse sometimes, very compelled sometimes, right? You know, when you watch some of the influencers, they have millions of followers. Like we are educators.
Yeah.
You are a psychologist. I'm a trainer. When I see or when you see your followers, they are thousands.
Yeah.
When they see their followers, they are millions.
Yeah.
We are earning thousands. They are earning lakhs and crores. So there is a comparison. Then we feel like कि बहुत से लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि they stop their own works and they start copying or imitating those people who are actually increasing the follower. In case we take examples of vlogs, we take examples of entertainment industry like dance, making humorous or comedian just reels. So somewhere they are influencing more. We are influencing less. So comparison is there. Do you not compare?
So, but that's a healthy comparison, right? They're running a business. They're earning out of it. But now here we are discussing between two things. Just browsing internet without any purpose, without using anything to develop yourself, to use it in your personal growth and maybe a business growth, what you're aiming to. Because I have seen that people who have like only 100 followers and 2000 followers, like very early, but still they are somewhere, right?
Right.
They are aiming to have 1 million followers.
Right.
They are working towards a goal.
All right.
But if you compare someone who is just lying down on the bed, haven't done anything productive, just done with their exams, because everybody doesn't want to be an influencer, right? Everybody doesn't have a page. They're just scrolling for the sake of scrolling. Half of the people are just like going through the pages of Viral Bihani, like which celebrities is going on a vacation. Is that as useful? It is okay. It is okay to have a content. Oh, okay, that celebrity has bought that and this type of bag, and this is that Hermes trend, and maybe MK is a lower brand, and that is okay just to be like updated. But does it really like helping you anywhere? Just being like having fan pages and just following blindly, just someone just like due to looks and anything, they are earning out of that post also. What celebrities putting?
So,
They
you
charge a
want to
lot.
you want to say that they should not watch our podcast?
No, they should, because there's a awareness.
It's an awareness. So maybe they also feel connected that they are also giving them something. The fans are blind always. Like there are my fans as well. So they are blind for me. Sir Abdullah, sir, I like this, you know. So they are blind fans of someone.
But what your page does, it's a education It's an education page. Yeah, most of your podcast is towards English speaking. That's a need of an hour. No matter at what designation you are, you still have to improve your English.
Let me ask you a personal question.
Yeah.
You have done your job, you have done your office works, counseling and all. You go and take dinner and you are in a very relaxed and calm mood. What would you like to watch on Instagram? Or what would you like to watch on YouTube?
Mostly, I do I like to watch Netflix. That's my personal interest. I love
What's
to.
that? Is that educational?
No, that's not education. That's a entertainment time.
So if there is a, yeah, this is what I'm
But
trying to say.
but full day can't be an entertainment.
Full day can't be
Yeah.
entertainment. All right, okay. Now here I have
You can't. You will not watch a Netflix series when you woke up in the morning, right? You will not. Maybe some days you'll be like completing one of your series. That is fine for entertainment. See, this is a very subjective topic. It is very different. There is no right and wrong to this. But the only thing what we are having conversation is limitation. Anything which is having an impact on your mental health in any way. If someone if someone is having stress and then they're not able to cope up with that, that is wrong. Then you'll always go in the root cause, what is causing it. If full universe is using social media these days, but only I think 10 to 20% people are getting impacted. Why? Because they are doing something wrong. Maybe they are overdoing it. An overdose of anything is wrong, right? You have to limit it.
Do you not think that social media is a trap or a dark room where you go and there is no switch to light the bulb? Like, for example, there are so many people who start social media and they stop doing their business, they stop doing their jobs. कि अब तो मैं social media से लाखों कमाऊंगा. Or after that, what happens after 2 to 3 years, even they become completely bankrupt.
No, I don't think so. Maybe I think some people might have this thinking who don't have the awareness. See, I'm a psychologist. I'll not give it away in one day, like going on social media. Oh, I'm just leaving my career as a psychologist, for which I have studied for years and invested in education and have been trained. I'll not just throw it away, right?
Right.
I'll just consume the content and I'll think maybe increasing, maybe starting a page to increase my followers and maybe to have more leads through the social media, right?
Right.
But it's not same with someone who is a lawyer. He'll not stop his practicing.
Right.
Same with doctors. They will not quit the hospital to just go on the social media. Do you think that doctors don't have the Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat? Of course. But they do it when they are maybe resting and maybe connected. And even I have doctor friends. So they also answer me back when they are out of OT and whatever they are doing. That's it. You'll not throw it. You are a podcaster. This is an add-on to your career. You are a trainer in everything. You are a trainer offline and online both, right? We will not throw it away.
Right.
That's the increase of platform. That's not something you will be only go towards to build.
So I want to take a suggestion.
Yeah.
Should I start a cooking channel?
If your interest lies in cooking, you can.
What would you like to cook?
See, me, I like Chinese. So sometimes I do when I used to live abroad. So I used to cook all the time. So I'll be YouTube was really useful at that time, like going to videos and maybe cooking home food whenever you're missing Indian food and all. I used to do, but I don't do it at home.
We don't do it at.
Yeah.
So what if we have to do a cooking a show at on YouTube? So will it be okay for you?
For me?
Yeah.
No, but it's not my interest area, right? Why would I start a cooking show?
No, for example, if I in the podcast is a part,
Yeah.
there is a climax.
Oh.
कि अब हमें कुकिंग करनी है. पॉडकास्ट हो गया हमारा.
हाँ.
लेट्स से गैस वगैरह लेके आओ, बर्तन लाओ, अब खाना बनाना चालू करते हैं. Let's start cooking.
But-
Like you have just done your graduation from India and then post graduation from UK. So let me come to UK and India. Right, you are right now sitting in India. You were few months back, few years back.
A few months,
6 months back, you were in UK, right? What common differences you find between both countries?
Hmm, A little cultural difference, awareness of people, of course, cultural difference in that they grew up with a different set of food, like having different food, different family dynamics, and all that. That and the people are more into themselves.
Right.
We are more connected in India, what I see. Or
More self-centered.
you will not say self-centered is a wrong word to label it, but yeah, they're more. They prefer individualistic lifestyle that we still know, like these days we still know our neighbor, but people over there are not that aware of their neighbor who is living next door and all
Like
that.
we have a very respecting statement or a very habit, like we say pai lagi chacha, pai lagi bade
Mhm.
papa, tauji. So we touch the someone's feet and we say pai lagi.
Yeah.
What is the exact most respecting statement there in UK it is used?
They'll say hi and mostly like hug in close groups, and mostly they are more formal when comes to professional settings.
So in professional settings, do they hug?
No,
No.
it's a
In
hand
casual they hug.
in profile. Yeah.
So is it somewhere, does it become uncomfortable while just interacting to those people? Like if we go from India, somewhere.
No, not really. But some people find it their accent a little fast. In UK, of course, they'll just speak a little fast. What I like
Observed.
observe and maybe like heard from my friends also. But once you start living over there, like in few months, you'll get a habit of like
You
you
were
have-
able to understand.
yeah.
that.
Once you start working with them and everything,
Who use more social media, Indians or UK people?
I think it's equal at this point of time.
Equal.
Yeah. See, it totally depends. It's equal. There's no less and more. They are also on it, but I'll see the only difference when it comes to mental health or stress management, anxiety. They have more resources available to them, and they are more vocal about it, and they're more aware about it. Everywhere they are like, if you're feeling, if you have anxiety, if you're going through bad days, you can reach out to this helpline. You'll find it everywhere. Even in university mails, you will just at the end of if your result is bad, at the end of the mail, you can log into this helpline, and you can connect to this. You can just connect to Nightline service, which is anonymous. You can just call them and they'll not ask your identity, and you can share your thing. But which is not in India, so we still take it as a taboo. It's still that you think that if you say that mental health, that I'm not feeling down, so more like I'm feeling down, and if I'm not like on track from last 1 week or maybe a month, so most of the way of even your friends, like you just leave your parents, might be you just always put them into a different decade that they don't understand you.
Have you explored London?
Yeah, of course.
What was the price of a burger? I want to know.
It's
Because I heard that London's burger are very expensive and costly.
yeah.
That's why I want to confirm it.
It's around like 10-12 pounds. Which is 1200 around.
This is what.
1200 around.
That is why I'm
Same-
asking this question, right? Because I heard that it is for somewhere 1,400 rupees, 3,500 rupees.
Yeah, something it depends. If you are going into a more higher restaurant, so it will be more. Let's rate it 20 pounds.
Maybe 20 pounds. So general price is 1,200 rupees.
Yeah, you can say, and you can also like find it in little less for like maybe 800 or 700 in fast food chains and all.
Right.
Yeah.
तो मतलब 800 रुपए का लंदन में एक नॉर्मल बर्गर है और 1200 रुपए का थोड़ा ठीक ठाक और ज्यादा ठीक तो फिर 2400 रुपए का. That's an amazing thing. Yeah, because I read somewhere that London city is one of the most expensive cities, right? So that's why I asked this question to you. Okay, so all these we have discussed on, and here we are coming to the main exact the niche that we started, and I would like to ask two last questions. When you are stressed out, what do you do?
I binge watch Netflix, of course. I'll not say that, oh, I'm a saint, I'll not use social media, and I'll not say use like Netflix and all. I do binge watch, but see, like being in this field, and I think I have more awareness to how like to cope up with stress and have more resources, like known resources that you can go, you can read online if something is wrong, and you have I think basic knowledge about it, so it is okay. And I have a knowledge about that when you have to, when you need a help.
Right.
But most of the cases people don't have that line. Sometimes they overthink,
Right.
even if they are having a bad day and maybe a bad month, they think something is wrong. That's not always true. Might be it's a seasonal phase, and might be you don't have a job, and maybe you lost a job. So of course that till the time you get a new job, you have to be like, you will be in stress for a few months, and that is totally okay. But once you get the job, you will be back on the track with your career. That is okay.
The last question I'm coming with, as we fall in love, and we, for example, I'm a boy, I have a new girlfriend, so I'm very pampered with, like I have to set my hair, put cream and all, like I to go with good dress up. So I'm very much, impulse or very impulsive towards my this affection or feeling. Same way, I think when immature people start using social media, so they are very impulsive towards social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Do you think that this is controlled after getting a maturity? This can be controlled after getting
Most
maturity.
of the time, most of the time you'll maybe get used to it. Like it's the same way. Like, have you remember that Orkut days? We used to like go and used to I think convince our elder siblings, can you just give me the computer? I need to log in my Orkut account and all that. And once I'll get my phone, I don't have that impulse left. So everything is changing everything. So that is okay. So once I think that it is accessible to me, this is very easily, I'll get it. You'll just end up having taking it as for, like, I will not say as for granted. You'll be like used to do it. Whenever you need it, you'll use it.
एक सवाल मेरा हिंदी में रहेगा, जिससे बचपन में हम तो गांव से हैं, तो जैसे मोहल्ले में सिर्फ एक टीवी हुआ करते थे, तो हम लोग जाते थे उसके दरवाजे से ऐसे
हाँ।
झांकते थे। तो आपको तो ये एक्सपीरियंस नहीं हुआ होगा, ये
नहीं।
किया आपने? नहीं एक्सपीरियंस किया आपने। तो वो जो मेरे पास नहीं थी चीज़ें, और मैं उसके लिए बहुत दौड़ता था, इधर-उधर जाता था, तो क्या वो इम्पल्सिवनेस था, एंग्जायटी थी, एक्साइटमेंट था?
It's a natural reaction. It's a human reaction, and it's very healthy. Actually, that you're interested in new things, because these days what I'm getting to hear a lot in counseling, that I'm losing things like joy in things, which you name it as anhedonia, which I recently do a webinar in.
Anhedonia?
Yeah.
What is the
It's actually psychological term for a thing when you lose pleasure in doing things which you used to do. Like if like I think 2 years back, I used to watch a lot of movies, maybe in theater. I don't like to do it now. So you'll think, and if it is happening in everything, that you're losing interest. So that's a medical term called anhedonia.
Anhedonia.
Yeah.
Okay, anhedonia.
So basically, it is majorly psychologically, it is the after effect of depression, long depression, anxiety. If a person being in depression, so quite long,
and all.
yeah, anything, any mental. It's not like mandatory also, but most of the time they lose interest.
So is it due to lack of this dopamine and serotonin?
Yeah, you will be. It's just if you're going through any illness, even physical also, uh, that will be an after effect of that. Like you'll just lose interest in doing things. Now I don't feel physically fit. I don't think I used to learn. I used to run a lot before being ill, but now I can't do it.
Right.
I don't even feel to do it.
Right.
You must be hearing a lot. So that's same work in mental health also. So it's not specifically, it's a medical term, you can say, which can be due to anything, and now it is increasing because it is like in general. If I'm feeling down in my life, I'll feel I don't want to do this, I don't want to hang out with friends, and earlier I used to party only. So it depends. It's and that what your close one observe first, and when they realize that the person is not doing okay and now they need a help.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we come to the end of this amazing podcast and very productive podcast. I want you to say 3 words which can play a good role in their lives. वो 3 शब्द ऐसे क्या हैं जो इन सबको अपनी जिंदगी में रखने चाहिए?
Limit social media.
Limit social media. Wow. Limit social media. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right. So I hope that this was a great podcast with Manika Ma'am, who is a counselor and psychologist who guided us for limit social media. Right. So to limit social media, actually, it's very important. Otherwise, if you use more social media, you will be the limelight of media. And your life will be actually, trapped through social media or in social media. Get out of it. Be creative, be innovative, be amazing. Thank you very much. And thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.